Welcome to my mining ore guide. Now before anything, upgrading your pickaxe is the most important thing. Let's say you are 50 mining. You do not want to be using the level 50 pickaxe, mining the level 50 ore. You will always want to mine the tier below your pickaxe. That is because if they are actually the same level, as in the same pickaxe, while mining the same ore, you get a reduced amount because it's not a better tier, it's equivalent, so you'll get reduced amount of ore per hour. But as for this, let's begin the guide, and I'll be covering over how to get all the ore the best possible way. And keep in mind that you can use stone sprites while you are doing this, and always bring any type of ore box. Now let's get started with level 1. For this one, you'll actually want to be in Falador and then by the Dwarven mine. Once you're here, climb down the mountain, the ladder, and then run directly south. For level 1 mining, you can only mine copper and tin. So continue to go south all the way, and then you'll see some tin and then copper rocks right here. So let's get to mining some. And remember, you can AFK it, but your orange bar will decrease, which means over time you'll get less ore. So simply just re-click the rock, and then your bar will fill up. Now, let's say that your inventory is full, as mine is slowly coming that way. If you look directly west, there's a forge. Right click it, deposit all, and then go back to mining the copper or tin that is nearby here. This is actually very easy for the starting levels because there's a bank right there, as you can see. Now next up will be the iron ore, and this, it's pretty much the same area, and then if you look on the top of the screen, it does require level 10 mining. Now once you're in the same location, make your way to the east and then south. If you do have the agility level, you can use that shortcut. As for this, the iron ore is right here, and then again, just mine as you normally would. And this time, it kind of depends. This is a 50-50. If you do have 15 Dungeoneering, when your inventory is full, enter this resource dungeon. Right click, bank call, or use the ore since I have other stuff in my inventory, and then just run back. And then continue to mining again the iron ore. Now, if you do not have 15 Dungeoneering, you'll actually want to get a bucket hood and then teleport to the water altar. From here, run southwest. And for those that don't know where this is, you want to teleport to the Lumbridge lodestone and then make your way to the Lumbridge southwest mine. Keep in mind you must be a member for this part. So for the one that requires 15 Dungeoneering, you can do that in free to play. For this spot, there is iron ore right here, and once it's, again, your inventory is filled up, you'll simply want to run to the east, and then with this banker you can actually use it, but again, you have to be a member for this part. Now next up is probably my most favorite spot, and that will be coal, and does require level 20 mining. Make your way to the barbarian village, and the best way for here is pretty much the edge of the lodestone and then run all the way south until you're in the village itself. Now this is actually a very good spot as well, because now let's go mine the coal. And don't worry, if you are a low level, like a level 3, these barbarians will not attack you, so you are perfectly fine from these NPCs wandering. As long as you don't misclick them, so just hide the attack options for NPCs. Now, once your inventory is actually full, you go south to this room right here. Right click the furnace and then deposit all. This is by far the most useful one, because for iron players you will need a lot of coal for steel and mithril bars. So you're going to be here for a long time, as this is again the best spot to mine coal. And this spot also, you don't really need your ore box yet. And now, for the next ore that does require the same level 20 mining, you'll want to make your way to the crafting guild, sadly. However, this does require 40 crafting, so this is the first ore that has like a crafting part. So, you'll want to teleport to the port serum and then make your way to crafting guild. You can actually mine this west of the Varrock lodestone, because there is, oh, okay, let me see. Okay, well there was silver ore, so forget what I just said. So anyway, let's go to the crafting guild. For here, you also need to wear a brown apron. So enter the door, and then right here, to the south is gold ore, and then right here, you might need to change your camera angle. There's 3 silver rocks to the south. There is also, as you can see, gold, clay, and gold. This is pretty much the best spots for all of them. However, the clay, you will need to have completed the Valador Hard achievements, I believe, to be able to use this bank deposit box. So if you don't have that requirement, for just the silver and gold, once your inventory is full, go to this furnace and deposit all. And that's pretty much it for gold and silver. So it's like a 2-for-1. And now, for the level 30 ore, you want to actually make your way back to the Dwarven mine. And this one does require 15 dungeoneering, but this is also another good spot, because once you enter this resource dungeon, mine this mithril rock. And if you notice outside, it's pretty much where you mine the iron ore, so this is just within the resource dungeon. And this is actually kind of my favorites as well, because if you just click again, you don't even need to move. You can right click and then deposit all, and you'll be perfectly fine. So I mean, it's fairly good. And this again, if you are an iron, you will be mining a lot of mithril ore. Next up would be the level 40 ore, and keep in mind, I won't show you how to mine the gold, because I already showed you, since it's just at the crafting guild that does require 40 crafting. And now, from here, you actually want to teleport to Port Sarah. And then if you are a clan, well, if you're in a clan, make sure to bring the clan Vex. This will be a very useful item for you. From the lodestone, run west. Continue to go west, and then go in the mine right here. And now, we just mine the adamant ore. And again, this does require level 40 mining, as you see on the top of the screen. Sadly, there isn't really a lot of quick methods of getting here, so you'll have to make do with just this spot. And now, let's say your inventory is full, with the clan vex, you can actually teleport with it, and then go to option 1, south of the Valador. If you have not completed Plague's End, it should automatically teleport you to this clan camp. And now, you just run north. There we go. Okay, the bank loaded. And then just bank all your ore, and then run directly south. Because south, the mine is just there, so pretty much easy-ish in a way, but it does involve quite a bit of running. Now, for the next spot, this is yet again back at the Dwarven Mine. Once you're at that resource dungeon, as like pretty much the Iron Mithril, this time is just directly south. And don't worry, free to play can do this because they can train the Dungeoneering skill. And then just fill your ore box. And now we are at probably the level that does require you to use an ore box from here on. So now for the level 50 spot, you will want to make your way to the Kandarin Monastery. And I'll show you like where that brings you. But you can also do this. Oh, wrong one. You can actually teleport to the Yanville Lodestone, run east through the city, and then north to this mine entrance right here. And again, for these levels and further on, it's best to use the ore box because the bank is pretty far. So continue to run south, and we'll be at Port Khazar. Once you're near the summoning obelisk, you'll see Runite ore, and then just mine them. Now there is actually another spot you can mine these, but first remember that these are level 50 ore. They can be found in the mining guild, however that requires level 60 mining, and that's actually in the mining guild itself, and then the furnace is pretty much upstairs to the east. It's just if you are training mining, you won't be able to get 60 mining to mine this level 50 ore, because I mean 50 comes before 60. But once your inventory is full, you want to run east, and then make sure to fully fill your ore box. Keep running east, and then you can open this door, right click deposit all, and it also puts all the ore that was in your ore box in there. And then you just run back west, and you'll be perfectly fine.